Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be updating you guys on Ida and Ida only because we're going to worry about the land next video. That has a lot to talk about itself, but this is a storm that we have to be careful with because it is predicted to become a major hurricane in the next roughly 14 hours around 8 a.m. Wednesday, making landfall between that time. And you guys can see that currently right now it's a hurricane, but it's going to be predicted right before landfall to become a major hurricane. We do on the west side of Florida, we do have hurricane warnings and watches along with tropical storm warnings and watches too. So you guys can see majority of the west side of Florida is more of warnings of hurricane and tropical storm. Now we do have a hurricane watch right here if it does decide to go more eastward a little bit more. If it makes it towards that track a little bit more, shifts it down a little bit more, definitely, we could definitely see hurricane force winds there. But like I said, you only have a certain amount of preparation to make. This is going to be a dangerous storm for parts of Florida. Um, like I said, turn around, don't drown. Make sure you stay with your local weatherman. For instance, Weather Channel or National Weather Service or Hurricane Center. Make sure you're staying up with them because we definitely do have some stuff to worry about. And same thing with you, Key West. You're kind of hidden by the numbers right here, but we do have some tropical storm warnings and watches. Nothing major for you guys. You guys are definitely gonna feel the effects on it. In fact, Florida is starting to feel some of the effects, some rain right now. If we shift off to the east side of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina, you guys can see that we do have warnings for tropical storms and a watch extending from partially South Carolina all the way up to North Carolina, which is going to be a watch. But the warning is extending down from Florida all the way up to middle of South Carolina. Definitely, you guys are expected to get some type of force winds with a lot of rain. Definitely, even if you're not in this cone like right here, you're definitely going to see some type of rain. That's definitely going to be a big rain probability. Even some cloud cover and some rain, wind. So if you're not in this cone, doesn't mean nothing really. You guys could definitely see some stuff. But it's not going to be as bad what you're going to see inside the cone. It's just going to be little baby stuff, a little bit of rain, maybe a little bit of wind. Nothing too major. But if you're inside this cone, I would definitely be worrying about, especially if you're within the probably, I would say right in here. If you're within this track of the cone right here, I would definitely be worrying about some type of wind damage. Now, I'm not saying up here you cannot get no type of wind damage, but the probabilities of the storm is very unpredicted. I would say I would stop it right here, because storms normally dissipate once they get on land. So I would stop it about right here, and you guys can see we have a lot to talk about. And like I said, this could be a very dangerous storm, so make sure you guys are taking it seriously. A lot of people die due to these storms because they never evacuate. So here's our rain currently right now, and you guys can see we're definitely seeing a lot of rain extending up all the way to parts of North Carolina with the storm. You guys can see the brunt of it. We have circular rotation right here that's going wrapping around right here. So we're definitely getting some rotation, which is showing some type of strong. You guys can see Key West. We have a bunch of rain coming for you guys. Even parts of the Panhandle, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, you guys are definitely seeing some rain off the storm too. That's just the effects. Where the landfall place is, you guys do have a little bit of spots. So you guys are kind of quiet right now. Maybe a little bit cloud cover and maybe a little bit wind. But we're definitely going to see, the atmosphere or the nature over there start to change, and probably within the next 5 hours it's probably going to start to get rough over there. You guys can see here's the center right here. It's getting pretty clear. I would say this thing might have an eye probably by tonight. If not, it probably has one. I have not checked the photo on it yet, but it might get to eye, but it might hit land before it can get to that point. So like I said, we got the rain covered, and you guys can see we definitely are getting a lot of pouring down rain for parts of the southwest of Florida, a lot, and then we're talking about the Panhandle of Florida. Definitely is a lot of rain coming in. This is definitely going to be expected for you guys if you're on the right hand side of the storm. This is where all your wind and rain is going to be really bad for you guys. So here we are. The hurricane hunters went out into the storm, and you guys can see that if we look at it. And here we got Florida. So you guys can see that even Key West, we're talking about KT. which is around 50. So even about where the Panhandle, you guys are not really getting too much wind. It's about 30. It's about 10-second average flight height wind speed. That's what they call it. And you guys can see you could definitely see the right hand side of the storm where it's the worst. By far, definitely even ahead of it, I would say. You definitely still have some type of strong winds. We're talking about 34, which is a little bit dead, but you definitely see that the left hand side of the storm is definitely going to be the dead side. You could definitely see we're only seeing about 10 to 30, maybe 20 at the most. But the right hand side of the storm, or the front side of the storm, it's definitely going to be more concerning. But you can see that even we going to actual lands, because they did actually measure on the actual land, we're only seeing about 10 so far, which is good to see right now. But like I said, it's definitely going to be changing the next. It's going to be a different site in the next probably good 5 hours, I would say, as it makes its way towards Florida. So here's our wind probability for the next 128 hours. If we can probably, let's see. Let's do hurricane wind speed. So you guys can see as we make our way towards it, even the National Hurricane Center definitely doesn't want to say that you guys are gonna get Florida's gonna get, but they're pretty sure. We're starting to get, as the storm gets closer, you're gonna start to see more of 190%. And you guys can see that we're starting to even see around 70-80% parts of Florida. Like I said, definitely nothing to be playing around. Let's go to tropical storm force winds. And you guys can see right here, this is 120 hours, so about 5 days from 8 a.m. Tuesday, August 29th to uh, Sunday, September 3rd, 8 a.m. So you guys can see definitely 90% chance for most of the Florida area. Even parts of Panhandle, you're going around 70-80. As we start to get closer to the Carolinas, South Carolina, the probability does go down significantly, just due to the fact that that is still a long ways away. As the storm keeps moving closer, this pinkish purple is gonna kind of keep moving along with it. And if you guys are wondering what the storm is exactly right here, that's just a storm we don't have to worry about. That's a whole different storm right there. That's Franklin currently right now, but we are focusing on the storm. Definitely, that storm. If you guys kind of see where the storm is doing something like that, that's what that storm's going to be doing. Franklin's going to push the storm, to go faster. If Franklin wasn't here, I think this would be a worst case scenario right here. That if Franklin was not here, it probably would not save the storm. The storm will probably still be sitting, I would say, around here, so nothing would be pushing it. But luckily we have Franklin to push it real fast, and then we are going to have a front that's going to be right in here, which is going to kind of zip it off to Franklin, which is a good thing because you don't want to see nothing stick around for too long, because it's already worse enough that it's going to be there for a good 10-15 hours. Even if we go back to the you guys can see about within a 10-hour span, dude, we're gonna definitely see it probably make its way towards South Carolina. So here is the okay, we're gonna take a look at we're gonna take a look at two more things. So here is this surge peak. So you can definitely see 12 feet. If you this is where you can see we can see that around 12 feet around here. And then we go to the Tampa Bay area, 4 to 7. Now, Tampa Bay, you guys are not going to get the worst of it. It's going to be more north of you guys. You're definitely going to see some type of surge. But there's definitely going to be wind for you guys on rain. So don't be, if you're into hurricanes, don't be too mad. It's still dangerous for you guys. You guys can see we have up to 12 feet. Then right here, Lisa River, you guys are looking around between up to 12 feet or 12 feet past. And then we go to Mexico Beach. You guys are going to see up to 3 feet. Same thing with the Key West, the Keys, East Cape Stable. You guys are going to see around 3 feet too. And then we go over here to the East Coast. Definitely where the track's going to see. You can definitely see where the track's going to be making its way. It's going to be doing something more like this if we can get the marker out real fast. It's going to be making a track like this. So right now it's currently right in here. It's going to be making a track. So you can definitely see where the center is going to be going. And something like this. More. So you can definitely see where it's gonna be doing, and you guys see even just because you're Surf City, North Carolina, you guys could definitely be seeing that this is definitely gonna be around 3 feet. So just because you're not in the storm doesn't mean you're gonna experience any type of surge. So here's the sawmills. All the sawmills are pretty sure that what's gonna be happening. Like I said, if Franklin was not here, I believe it would take more of a. I would guarantee you it would have took more of if the Franklin wasn't there in the front. It probably would have done something like that more likely. But we're gonna have a front that's gonna be kicking in here, and then we're gonna have Franklin that's gonna be currently right here, and Franklin's gonna kind of be moving slow, and then this front's gonna kind of push Ida right off to the coast and push Franklin too right off into zipping it down there, and just kind of just dissipating after that. So that was a lot in one video for one hurricane, but I hope you guys are safe. This thing is definitely going to be dangerous. We have a lot to talk about with Atlantic coming up. Atlantic definitely is not dead yet. We have a long ways to go. We're not even at the peak of hurricane season yet. We're not even like at the highest mountain of hurricane season yet. That's September 10th, around, so yeah, around there. Like I said, we still have a good 12, 13 days away from that. So definitely, we're gonna start to look at the Caribbean Sea as Atlantic starts to die down. Like I said, Atlantic's not done so far. We still have about a week. We still have about 3, 4 weeks. So we definitely have some time. For the Atlantic, that's where you get our Isabels. Matthews. Oh no, Matthews is more of a Caribbean Sea, I believe. But yeah, that's where you get your Isabels, your Irenes, everything like that. So we definitely have to be careful with Atlantic. Don't keep your eyes off the Atlantic. This storm might be taking more of the attention right now, but we cannot keep our eyes off the Atlantic because that happens all the time. And then next thing you know, you have bam, you have 2, 3 hurricanes in the Atlantic that could potentially be making an effect into the United States while you're focused on this. So like I said, don't keep your eyes off in the Atlantic. We definitely have some stuff to worry about the Atlantic too. None of the models have been picking up on anything, but you know how the models are. They like to say one thing and the next thing they pick up on something. So that's gonna be a wrap of the video, guys. Until next time.